Oh, we weren't recording.
No, we weren't recording that. So now we're going to start. Hey, Brian Mitchell, I'm with Chelsea Lozier. We're at Savoy, and we're talking about one of the wines that we have on feature for this period. It is Silverado Vineyards, a state-grown Cabernet Sauvignon from Napa Valley. Have you tasted this wine?
I have not.
You've not. Now could be a good time.
Absolutely.
Cheers. There we go. So as always, I like to kind of start with the label. Silverado Vineyards. Do you know anything about Silverado Vineyards? You ever heard of them?
I have.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have. It's a winery that's been around for many, many years. And do you know, actually, it had a kind of an interesting owner for a period of time. Do you know who that owner might have been? It was actually the Walt Disney Corporation. They owned Silverado for a number of years, but it has been around since 1981 and really just a great winery. Situated in Napa Valley right along the Silverado Trail. And as I said, many people have enjoyed these wines over the years. So this particular Cabernet, which is 2019 vintage, has a good amount of Cabernet as a grape in the blend. It is also coming from just a couple different vineyards scattered throughout Napa Valley, which I think is an important aspect because you get sort of the interesting climate aspects that are going to be presented in certain parts of the Napa Valley. You know what that means?
No.
Okay.
Well, I would like to know what those aspects are.
So the farther south in Napa you go, you actually get closer to San Francisco, but you also get closer to San Pablo Bay, which is water. It's colder there. So the cooler end of Napa Valley, places like Carneros and Yountville, tend to have a little bit more bright fruit that they attribute into the aromatics and the flavor profile. As you go farther north into places like Yountville, St. Helena, and up near where Silverado is actually located, which is just below, just to the right actually, or east of the Rutherford district, you have a warmer climate. So more robust fruit, more sugar in the grapes, more intensity of flavors and whatnot. So they're kind of, the winemaker's job is to blend these sort of different vineyard sourcings together to create the palette or the profile of the wine as it stands here. So when we smell it, actually first let's look at it. What does that look like?
Very, very rich.
Can you see through it? I can't even really see through it, right? So it's almost opaque. Opaque means that you can't see through it. So dark is a great aspect. Color-wise, let's see the color.
Like a burgundy?
Yeah, so like a deep ruby red. Yeah, so almost opaque, deep ruby red. Did you smell it? What does that smell like?
Cherries?
Cherries. I like cherries. Yeah, really intense, really ripe cherries. Maybe even a little bit of blackberry. So definitely that aspect of sort of red to almost black kind of fruits in the berry realm. There's also a little bit of something else there. You can kind of pick up another nuance there. Something maybe not fruit related.
I was going to say fruit.
Okay, maybe something else.
Oak.
Yeah, there you go. This wine actually spends about 17 months aging in oak. What that's going to do is impart oak flavors such as vanilla spices, baking spices, a little bit of char, toastiness, and wrapped around all that cherry and kind of lush berry fruit. That's what you get in the nose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about the palate? How does it feel on the palate? You tasted it a second ago.
A little dry.
Okay. In a good way?
In a wine way.
In a wine way, okay.
In a red wine
In a red wine way. All right, yeah, definitely on the dry side. Leaves your palate with a little bit of a little astringency, but it's not super, it's not like pulling all the moisture out of my mouth. Kind of coats it. It's juicy, leaves a little bit of acidity on my palate. So pretty nice wine, and how about that finish?
Smooth?
Smooth, it's great, yeah. And it lasts a little bit too, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. So a lot of deep, rich fruit, a little bit of oak influence, kind of a nice mouth coating, lasts a long time. How about food? What would you like to eat this with? Have this on the side of the plate. What kind of food?
Some meatballs.
Meatballs would be great. What else?
Pizza.
Pizza, okay. What else? What kind of pizza? Actually, let's talk about that real quick.
Red pizza.
Red pizza.
Meaty.
Meaty. I think meat's important because this is such a intense red that and it's got that tannin, kind of that dry aspect to it. It lends itself to having something with meat. Maybe
And
if
our
you,
chicken parm.
Chicken parm would be great. Yeah, a little bit of the cheese and the fat and all that kind of stuff. What if you weren't dining at this restaurant and you were maybe at another restaurant? What would you like to have this with?
A nice steak.
Nice steak. There you go. Which we have a few of. So, all right, cool. Silverado Cabernet, kind of a historical winery in the Napa Valley. beautiful expression of fruit. I think folks who are looking for that full-blown California Cabernet kind of style with over-rich, very intense fruit are really going to enjoy this wine. So there you go, Silverado Cab. Cheers.